What's up? Welcome back. Okay, so we're going to talk about money and astrology a little bit. There's a lot more that you actually need to see what you would be doing, knowing your midheaven, what your rising is, and where your sun is located. That's more of your career. I'm talking about, jobs where you just need to make some money. So, and then maybe this will turn into your career at some point. All right, so I'm going to talk about each of the signs and just go through a couple of ideas that I can think of right now. And it also depends obviously which house it's in. So I'll give a couple examples throughout the video. If you guys need to know more, I will be dropping more information. Don't worry. And if you guys need a chart reading, the information is in the link below. All right. So Venus in Aries. Now these people need quick money. They need money right now. They needed money yesterday. They need money while they're sleeping type of people. So these people are very energetic. They love the chase of the money, all right? They have the courage and the bravery to go after it. So because they want to fund themselves, you know what I mean? And so really looking into maybe and I'm going to try to think like during now and after, but definitely I feel like trading money and learning cryptocurrency, that kind of stuff, especially if you have a sun in Aquarius, you know what I'm saying, or you have a Mars in Aquarius, something like that, you could really understand that, because Aries are like the baby entrepreneurs, okay? They have the ideas. You know what? Venus in Aries would be really great at helping people start their business, getting the helping them with their tax ID, helping them get a notary, helping them build a website, that kind of stuff, helping people initiate their own personal businesses, especially if you're really well versed in filing paperwork and, sending emails, things like that. Or Venus in Aries could be really great at being assistants, because they can, I'm gonna have to take that back, because you know what, y'all be a little bit too scatterbrained. Y'all have to be passionate and desire. You have to be at least desiring what you want to do, and understand Venus in Aries has to be self-employed. All right, you guys have to be doing it for yourself. So whatever you're passionate about in the moment, do it. Also, Venus in Aries could definitely be a trainer or something to do with fitness, as well as, let me lastly see, what else can I say about Venus in Aries? Being a manager to, a musician or a band or something like that, helping close deals. Okay, yeah, that would be great. Like helping people initiate deals and things like that. You could be an agent, finding talent, scouting talent, being a headhunter. Yeah, those are some things for Venus and Aries. Now Venus and Taurus. All right, so it's comfortable here. So Venus and Taurus, depending on your chart, most times are gifted things. They usually have their basic needs and some, because it's double Venus energy, so it's already backed up here. It's at home. She's feeling good. She got her shoes off, she got her little drink, whatever. She got her favorite book. It is what it is. But so you can get lazy when you're at home, when you feel like you're chilling. So Venus and Taurus, and they also become very fixated, okay? They're slow to attack, all right? Because they're slow to get out of their comfort zone, slow to try new things. However, with that being said, I really think Venus and Taurus would be great at thrifting, because they are so resourceful, okay? Anything to do with beauty would be amazing. Showing people how to make their own beauty products, or you selling your own lip gloss, selling your own earrings, jewelry making, Venus and Taurus, you know what I'm saying? These are the artists. So definitely actors and actresses for sure. Pianists, poets, but some ways that you can actually physically do it is if you put things together, and you make it look beautiful. The more beautiful you make it look, and whatever your eye is, the more practical and sensible that you make that thing, then yeah, definitely I feel like making jewelry and working in the beauty industry, or creating makeup for people, all this kind of stuff would be really great for you, because you're bringing Venus elements to people's homes, and they love that kind of stuff. So creating your own skincare line or your own body butters, stuff like that, definitely. Or being a florist, okay, dealing with nature in some kind of respect. Maybe bringing boxes of food and putting it together and selling that, doing craft kind of boxes with wines and cheeses, vegan cheese, but no judgment, you do what you want to do. And lollipops and this, that, and the third, making like gourmet baskets and stuff like that, going around your neighborhood and selling them there, depending on your placements and everything like that. But Taurus has to do with food, it has to do with sensual, it has to do with the five senses. So perfumes would be good as well, or fragrances and scents and things like that. So yeah, that would be probably fun for Venus and Taurus. Venus in Gemini. Okay, y'all should be writing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be like doing that Tumblr thing or podcasting, or you could be ghostwriting for people in the background. You could be, doing books. Like, have you ever researched how to become a ghostwriter for somebody? Writing somebody's biography, things like that, because Geminis love research and they love writing, and they love gathering facts. So Venus and Gemini will keep your mind stimulated. Plus, you don't want to be rooted down by anything. It'll give you kind of like that free sense of life. You can work from your computer if that's what you really want, and you don't want to be in one space and things like that, or you want to live in different places in the world, but you want to write for people. And you want to use your mental capacities, and also Venus and Gemini think media space. So you could definitely, I'm so sorry, I forgot to say for Venus and Aries, I'm sorry, you could totally be a personality. I forgot to say that. You could totally be a personality and start your own YouTube or write a show about yourself or something like that, okay? Especially if you have a Gemini Sun, you know what I'm saying? Venus and Aries, Gemini Sun, or Mercury in Gemini, things like that. So yeah, but back to Venus and Gemini. See, Venus and Gemini, that's Venus and Gemini energy. You split off and you come back. So Venus and Gemini is, you guys need to be communicating. You guys can be speech teachers, dialect coaches, helping people with speech disparities, young kids with speech disparities or things like that, or being translators and writing, the subtitles for certain companies, or translating for a person, or things like that. Definitely something to do with your words. Or if you're a really creative person and you want to use your creativity, maybe you can create like some magnets, with like facts on it, so that people could stick on their refrigerator or something. Facts that could really, enlighten them and get them motivated, or whatever the case may be, and just it makes it funny for them. So yeah, you can use your wit, your humor, your conversation, and do that. Or you can, especially if you have Venus and Gemini and your, Sun and Taurus, you could be a poet. You could be writing poetry and putting that on, Post-its and postcards and sending that out. Or, with the Venus and Gemini, you could be doing prints and stuff like that. So you could be printing out your work and selling that to people. So that would be really dope. Okay, so Venus and Cancer. Venus and Cancer, definitely, I'm thinking food. I'm thinking chefing it up. I'm thinking, why aren't you like cooking in your kitchen, and then going around the neighborhood or going to the local businesses or whatever and selling your meals, or creating a cookbook, that cookbook you've been thinking about for so long, and selling it on Amazon, showing people how to nurture and take care of themselves is what Venus and Cancer should be doing. So it has to do with anything in the home. So antiquing would be a really great thing, repurposing furniture. If you really love redesigning and repurposing furniture, or helping people interior design, repainting people's homes and apartments, creating bird houses, that replicate people's old homes that they used to grow up in. That's something you can give as a gift or something like that. Venus and Cancer also could be obviously real estate, absolutely real estate. You want to definitely dive into to that field and see what's going on over there for yourself. What else can I think of? Venus and Cancer. definitely it's being a caretaker, you know, starting, you know, a space for young teens to go, you know, if their parents are working late, something like that, or something where children grow, pre-K to 5 or something. If you've always thought about owning your own business and you wanted to, you know, buy the old house up the street and has so many rooms, but you know you can turn it into a daycare, doing something like that, being somebody's caretaker, you know, taking care of elderly people, in a way, sending, and if you want to do it in a creative way, maybe you send virtual videos or something like that, or you do like virtual online scrapbooking for people, or you can become like, I'm thinking with Venus in Cancer too, because one of my really close friends, he's a Cancer, and he just be hosting his ass off. I feel like you could become some kind of host, or, you know, a planner, especially if you have a Libra Sun or a Libra Moon. You could be like some kind of wedding planner, you know, and helping people put together that, or my other really best friend, he had a birthday the other day, and his boyfriend put together, you know, his Zoom party and everything. And he was just like, oh my God, it was so much work. But if you're a person that likes that, because Venus and Cancer likes to start things, and they like to they need emotion when it's their job. Like, they want people low-key crying, and you know, this is something that they'll remember forever. So lean towards something that's nostalgic, that brings some nurturing and nourishment to people's lives, and that's definitely taps into your creativity and your imagination. Okay, so Venus and Leo. Venus and Leo, I'm gonna say, definitely repurposing, or I'm not repurposing, but that too, depending on if you have a sun placement in Taurus, but clothing, okay? Something to do with clothes, all right? Being a private buyer for somebody, a shopper, reorganizing their closet if you have, you know, Mercury in Virgo, because you want to be using your hands at that point. You know, with Venus and Leo, there's a self-expression, so it's definitely these are the singers, the dancers, the performers, you know, just as much as Taurus are the artists as well. So it's definitely Venus and Leo. So definitely people who express themselves and put themselves on the stage. So it's another fire sign, and fire needs to be moving around. So these people, although that they can stay somewhere, they need to be entertained, okay? They need to be entertained. So creating entertaining experiences for people. Have you ever thought about creating an escape room, you know, and that's what you've been wanting to do, especially if you have some Scorpio placements, do it, you know, because you know, you would know how to make it fun. As well as Venus and Leo is a love for politics too. You know, if you want to get involved into what's going on the political aspect, definitely you could do that, because you love knowing how people become dominant and attain power and what politics really are, diving into that. Then you have, what else do I want to say? I said singers. Oh, and anything to do with education, childcare. Yeah, education, childcare, jewelry, like collecting jewelry instead of making it necessarily, but collecting it. And you know, becoming like some kind of, I don't know if this exists, but you know, there's obviously fashion stylists. Like, this is definitely Venus and Leo, could be a fashion stylist, but for me, I'm thinking specifically like an accessory stylist. Like, why is there nobody out there like that? There's some people's accessories who are so poppin', and I'm just like, well, where do you find that shit? Where do you find stuff that doesn't break you out and still looks fire? You know what I'm saying? So Venus and Leo, that's some of the stuff that I'm thinking about. Venus in Virgo. Venus is debilitated here, so Venus doesn't like to be in Virgo, okay? She feels uncomfortable here because Virgo is all about being analytical and practical, and it's about moving all the time. And Venus, she just want to be chilling. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to be doing a lot. So she's like, it's kind of like going to your grandma's house. You love being at your grandma's house, but you know you're gonna be bothered all the time to do something, like to take out the trash or wash the dishes or do this or do that. Venus is put to work in Virgo, okay? But this makes them have a very practical sense. So you could definitely be doing something with wellness, like yoga, meditation, for sure. You can be putting together, and anybody could be doing digital products, because I should have said this for everybody, but everybody could be doing digital products, especially if you have heavy writing placements like Libra or Gemini, stuff like that. But for Venus and Virgo, essentially you guys can put together a guide and a downloadable and sell it for $9.99, you know, on how to make your life more organized, or how to budget out certain things, or, you know, the 10 steps, the 10 items that I use to get through college, like helping people organize their life, you know, helping people have a better daily routine in some kind of sense, helping people attain wellness, mental wellness, working in the mental space too, you know, working with people who have mental illness, you know, if you're a photographer and then maybe you want to photograph people with mental illness, you know, if you get their permission, obviously. If you're an interviewer, same kind of thing, you know. So you could be a doctor, obviously, with this, definitely a surgeon, but I'm talking about just like some kind of job. Dang, I mixed up careers and jobs, didn't I? But that's okay. Y'all know what I'm saying, because, you know, it is what it is. I got to paint the full picture. But yeah, so Venus in Virgo has to do with organizing and getting practical and putting things into order. So the more that you help people attain a sense of routine, like anything that will help people's routine get better and tighter, helping parents organize with their kids, coming into disorganized homes, you know what I'm saying, and putting in a plan of action and really helping people follow through and helping chaotic families become more well organized and well working together. Yeah, those are some of the things that you could definitely be looking into. Also, herbal things and holistic remedies, also tonics. You know, you could be creating drinks and tonics for sure. Just like this second house is about food, you can also be creating tonics for people there. You know what I'm saying? See, I talk about Virgo, that's Virgo energy right there. So Venus and Virgo, yeah, definitely doing that. If you were thinking about creating some kind of like lavender scented oil, but it's healing and it helps people with headaches, or something for pregnant women, you know, to help them with their nausea, or, you know, to help women with their periods or something like this, or men who have infertility issues, things like that, to help them with daily exercises and things that will help people with their wellness overall. Okay, I hope those were some good examples. Now we have Venus in Libra. Venus loves being in Libra. That's her, again, this is her second crib. Now, this is her other crib, all right? This is the crib she goes to when she's really trying to turn up the charm. These people know how to talk. They are, you know, plugged up, networked. They know people. So I feel like these people could definitely do something with headhunting, networking, bringing people together, producing content, okay? Creative director, for real. That's that kind of energy, Venus and Libra. Putting aesthetics together. Again, fashion stylists could definitely fall into this. Did I say interior design for Venus in Cancer? I didn't, but this is also interior design. So this is also interior design, helping people, you know, shop for their homes or for their offices or for the building. Just designing something to make it look beautiful. Definitely photography would fall under here, especially if you have a Pisces placement. Producing music, definitely if you have another Pisces placement. What else would be really good here? Definitely being an artist of some kind. A singer, I'm pretty sure. Venus and Libra is like, you have a beautiful voice. So singing, rapping, and I can't believe I didn't say that for the third house. Did I say that? Rapping for sure. And then, what else for Libra? I'm thinking anything that makes things more beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Oh, skincare. Skincare, all right? Definitely. Yeah, okay, so that's some good ideas for Venus and Libra, I think. And being a lawyer, obviously, too. A counselor. Yeah. Okay, like helping people mediate things, you know? Giving advice, maybe. Although Venus and Libra, y'all be too passive sometimes. But sometimes people, you know, the aggressive people out here, they need passive advice. So, you know, you're still needed. All right, Venus in Scorpio. All right, Venus in Scorpio. Whatever it is, you guys have to be intensely passionate about this, and your emotions have to be into it, okay? You can't half-ass it. But Venus in Scorpio, definitely something that you have to research. Definitely astrology, tarot, anything, the occult, which is anything people don't talk about out here, but things that people do behind the scenes. So stuff like that, helping people who've gone through traumatic sexual experiences, you know what I'm saying? Creating an app for that. Creating some kind of, if you like to use your body, if you have Aries placements, maybe you have, you know, some moves, some self-defense moves that you want to teach people in case of being in abusive relationships or something like that. Because, you know, Venus in Scorpio, they understand this kind of energy. So it's about, or being a doula, okay? But research first, know what you're doing, and then Venus in Virgo, I didn't say nutritionist, huh? But definitely could be nutritionist. And then Venus in Scorpio, what else? I feel like art, but more erotic art, you know, more on the releasing side, more on the side that heals, you know, anything that has to do with healing mechanisms. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, anything that has to do with the libido, sex. If you want to create your own, you know, lubricant or something like that and you want to sell it, that definitely could be a thing. You know, creating experiences for couples that are coming back to healing. Yeah, writing a self-help book, putting on Amazon for sure, especially if Gemini placements or Libra placements, you know. Yeah, so stuff like that. Okay, so Venus in Sagittarius. Venus in Sagittarius, these people don't want to be bored, okay? They want their freedom. They want to be able to go from thing to thing, but they're seeking the truth in whatever it is that they're doing. So definitely, whatever it is that you're doing, you have to be passionate about it as well. You have to be really ready for it, but at the same time, Venus and Sagittarius, they're down to try pretty much anything. So, you know, they're down to explore, all right? And with that being said, they have to do some kind of exploratory thing. So definitely something with travel for sure. Like your mind, mentally or physically, you have to be traveling. You have to be out and about into the world, just seeing things. So maybe you could be a buyer, an international buyer, you know, for a store or something like that. Maybe you could be a location scout for movies, you know, or TV shows, because you have to go out and go to different places and go around the neighborhood and, you know, talk to people and, you know, ask them to be in the piece and all that other stuff. If you have some, you know, Taurus placements or cooking or Cancer placements, I was going to say food, definitely food, or creating some kind of like food show. You know, Venus and Sagittarius would love to just sit down and have conversations with different people around the world. Why not create like a YouTube video with, you know, 5 different cultures from around the world, and you have all their foods, and then you talk about the food with each other, you know, stuff like that. Boom. If you go with that idea, just put me in it. That's it. Like, boom. So that would be entertaining. But yeah, something like that. Or, you know, if you have writing things, what it would be, travel guide post-pandemic, or, you know, how to travel, what travel will look like in the future if you want to write an article about it and you want to shop it around to different places, you know, you can definitely do that. Creating a new kind of video game, all right, for my gamers. I haven't even said barely anything about y'all, my bad. Creating a new video game for sure. Helping people travel and learn, or doing something with learning, or you know, creating like a teachable, you know, creating a workshop and selling that online. That's always great because it's digital income and it always keeps going. Everybody has something that they're really knowledgeable about that people will support them on. Venus is all about support, okay? So wherever your Venus is, you're going to get supported. And of course, you have to look at the rest of your natal chart, because if it's not the maximum energy, then it could be in not the best place, and you won't get what you really fully can access, because you have other planets that have more energy than your Venus in your chart. But that's why you should always get a personalized chart reading from several different people, in my opinion, because you never know how in depth somebody is until, you know, you have contrast with other people. But yeah, so Venus in Sagittarius is just all about learning, even if it's buying books from around the world and creating like this vintage bookstore in one place where all these books from around the world are, you know, creating something like that. That would be cool. Or creating a museum or something. A museum, for sure. Venus in Sagittarius could totally do a museum, or working in a museum. But also, you could create meme pages. Venus in Sagittarius, y'all love jokes, you know what I'm saying? So you could do little clips and things like that. But yeah, you can definitely do things that make you seek out the truth, that have you communicating with people from around the world in a cultural way, you know. And yeah, your Venus will be nicely fed by that. She'll love that. And I definitely feel like, especially if you have Taurus placements, you know, you can definitely be, again, a thrifter. You could be a seamstress too, or like, I mean, more like a fashion designer. Oh my God, why did I not say fashion designer for Taurus and Libra? Both of those. But there's just so many jobs, y'all, so it just keeps coming into my head. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot another one. But I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas. So yeah, Venus in Sagittarius is all about traveling far and wide, philosophy, teaching things, higher education. So definitely being a tutor or something like that could definitely work as well. There's a lot more, but okay. So on the Venus in Capricorn, all right, Venus in Capricorn. Now, family business, of course, you could work in your family business if you felt like it, just to get some money. So that's definitely up to you. But then Venus in Capricorn, I'm gonna say stocks. I'm gonna say dentists. I'm gonna say Venus in Capricorn, beauty. Have I not talked about models yet? But Venus in Capricorn can definitely be like people who put things together well. Oh, set dressers. You know what I'm saying? Because they like to build things. These are the builders. They like to work with their hands. Okay, Venus in Capricorn. So you definitely could be into jewelry making too, especially if you have Taurus placements or Pisces placements. You like to make, you know, crystal necklaces, and you know, or maybe with you paint your own tarot cards and then you print them out, stuff like that. Yeah, but Venus in Capricorn, they like to build for a long time. They like to leave a legacy behind. So it's really hard to tell Venus in Capricorn, oh, just get this little job real quick. But the thing is that they'll do it because they want the money, so they continue building. They can continue building what they want to be supported in truly and appreciated for. But Venus in Capricorn, I'm thinking that you guys could definitely work as managers, as CEOs of whatever you want. Venus in Capricorn is very much about kind of creating what you want on your own with whatever energy you have, but it's gonna, understand it's gonna be slow building, all right? It's true. It's not gonna necessarily be so fast all the time, but if you put in a lot of hard work, the reward will be amazing. Okay, so Venus in Capricorn, people could work, help people with business planning, business execution, organization. You know, a lot of people don't know how to use Excel. A lot of people don't understand how to use Word or the email, and now it's more important than ever to transfer your business online. So helping a business evolve and becoming something else would be great, because it helps you learn for your own business. So whatever way, in which way, depending on what other placements you have, you could be doing this. You know, if it was in the third house, then maybe you would want to do marketing for them, you know, and build their brand and stuff like that. And if it was, you know, Capricorn, Venus Capricorn and Sun, Mercury in Aquarius, Sun in Aquarius, something like that, you could be like a social media manager and helping people, you know, build their business and build their following and stuff like that. Working just for different people and helping them build upon their platform. Definitely this could be construction, you know. This definitely could be working with your hands and being a landscaper, things like that, especially if you have placements in more earth signs and Virgo, stuff like that. What else? I can't wait to see what you guys are going to say in the comments. What else? I feel like I feel like Venus and Capricorn can definitely do jewelry, because they have to work, you know, and put it together. Anything that's challenging, they need something that's really challenging to build. It's almost like they like they like the struggle, you know, because they know how hard they're gonna work for it, and when they get it, it's gonna be that much more rewarding. So something that's definitely rewarding and secure and sustainable for them, and something that brings back some funds and residuals. So look at for something that has residuals for sure. Just Google businesses that have residuals and check that out. Okay, so Venus in Aquarius, entrepreneurship for sure. So if you're thinking about running a t-shirt company, do it. If you're thinking about selling lemonade, do it. If you're thinking about doing the t-shirt business or being an engineer, do it. It's just about whatever you kind of want to do for sure. But as long as it's futuristic and progressive, as long as it's something to do with learning or bringing something new and rebellious and revolutionary to the human experience. So something that has to do with community group work, you know, working for nonprofits, network cycles, or hosting networking events, connecting people together. Like, okay, we're not even graduated college yet, but you know what, I'm hosting a party at once a month, and you know, it's $15 to get in, and then have different businesses sponsor inside the party, and then have different people come, you know what I'm saying? And then they could see the different products, and there could be a photographer there that's trying to get their thing up, and a videographer that's trying to get their thing up. Just bring a bunch of people who are hungry together, so whatever you're trying to do, and then you can make whatever you want happen. But you need to be working with other people. It has to be a group effort. Venus in Aquarius is all about you know, teamwork. And you might fail a bunch of times because you have to see how you work with different people, but that's okay. But anything where you're connecting people, think Amazon, okay? Think Facebook, think Tinder, think Instagram, think any of those things with Venus in Aquarius. Think about stuff that brings people and networks people together and makes it easier for people to reach out to one another. Anything like that is really up your alley. So boom. Okay, last but not least, Venus in Pisces. Venus in Pisces, okay, y'all are definitely artists, like spiritualists, yogis, meditation, Reiki, massage therapists, people that work in prisons, people work in mental institutions, people that write self-help books, people who are singers, musicians. What else? People who help other people who have been addicted or lost and help them find their way back. You know what I'm saying? People who kind of mend things together. So you could literally just have clothing that has holes in it and mend it together and do that. Or you could be helping mend relationships together, or whatever the case may be. What else could y'all be doing? Venus and Pisces. Definitely something creative. The more creative y'all get, the more lost y'all get in your imagination. Not too lost though. Come back to reality. But the more y'all use your imagination and use your magical and mystical ways of bringing people together in a way, the more that you'll be successful. So Venus in Pisces, I really feel like these people have such beautiful voices. So these could be, I cannot believe I said this. See, Aries can be motivational speakers. Venus in Gemini can definitely be speakers, public speakers, and Venus in Pisces for sure. They could do meditations, you know, the meditations that are here on YouTube, and they're I ams and, you know, stuff like that, and I'm grateful, and power meditations, things like that. Creating vibes and frequencies. If you don't want to talk, just creating the sounds, you know, for people to listen to while they're sleeping or while they're driving, so they can draw that energy towards them. Anything that has to do with healing and energy work, sound. What else? Venus in Pisces. What else? Anything that has to do with water too, and liquids. So if you have like a toner or something, you know, especially if Venus in Pisces, Sun in Libra, and you want to create a toner or something, that would be useful. Yeah, but there's way more information. I hope some of this helped and inspired you guys. You guys let me know in the comments. This is me just ripping off the top of my head, trying to see what I can come up with. Exercising my Mars at Aquarius, okay? And yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.